Hi everyone, Zach here with Markham Technologies. In this video we're going to go over your RT-9 and basic setup from initially getting it out of the box. We'll talk about adding a sonar module and a camera module, putting it in your soft pack, adding a camera bag, and then we'll go over some aspects of the RT-9 app and the RT-9 tablet itself. So as you can see here, I have the shuttle, the actual RT-9, and the docking cradle. So the first thing I need to do is attach the docking cradle by putting the ball in the ram mount and then just tightening it down. I also want to make sure that I don't forget to attach my power cord to the back of the docking cradle. This will ensure that I can run off of the external battery source and charge the internal battery from the external battery when my RT is properly docked in the cradle. If you are ever noticing that your internal battery is not charging, one simple fix could be that this might not be properly attached, or you could have just simply forgot it. So as you can see on the docking cradle, there's two gold pins that are actually able to charge when connected to the power port on the back of the machine. Also on the back of the machine is the cradle release button to pull it off of the cradle when it's locked in place. You want to make sure that these two tabs in the front of the docking cradle line up with two slots on the RT-9 to properly dock. So I'll just put it in there, line it up, and then snap it into place. And now my RT-9 is properly docked and would be charging the internal battery via the external battery. So I'm going to take it off by pressing the release button, and now I am going to add some modules. So the first module I'm going to add to our module port is our camera module. So if you purchase a camera module, it's going to come in a box simply like this. It's going to have the actual module itself with two ports. The top port is for the panner, to connect the panner. The bottom port is the actual camera. You plug the camera in. So with the camera module, you have to attach that to port 2, which is the middle port. Easy to do. You just put it into place, and with a flathead screwdriver you just tighten the set screws until it locks into place. It should be nice and solid. Always when you're adding or taking off modules, make sure the unit is powered down completely and completely off. Also in the camera module kit is a wired panner that the cable would plug into the top port on the back of the module, and then our camera. So I'm going to set the box to the side and take the camera out. I'm just going to set everything to the side. I'll put the camera on in a moment after I add the camera bag. Sonar module will come in a box like this. So depending on what you have bought, it may have come with a performance pack with sonar, or you might want just an extra sonar. So what the sonar module kit is a transducer and the actual sonar module. Easy to tell the difference between the camera module and the sonar module, as the sonar module will only have one port and the camera will have two. So I can simply do it the same way, put it in, tighten the set screws, make sure everything's solid and tightened down, and I'm good to go. I'm just going to go ahead and put the transducer in there and attach the sonar module now before I put it into the soft pack, just because it'll be a little bit easier as we get going. Go ahead and go for mine. I'm going to lock my RT into place, and the next thing I'm going to do is put it in the soft pack. So the RT will have this soft pack, and to put it in, you just want to make sure that the base firmly sits in there, and that you get everything lined up correctly and get that front lip of the soft pack with the Velcro in there as well, so you make sure that you can close the flap securely. So I have it in there. What I like to do is open the back flap and take out the wiring harness for easier charging, and then reclose the back flap. then when I want to charge, all I have to do is plug my charger into there, and it's just a simple process. Also with the soft pack, you'll notice that I couldn't shut the top of the soft pack the way it's sitting as if you're using it on the ice. You'd actually have to loosen your ram mount and kind of move it around and lay it almost flat in there. That. And then I am able to shut the soft pack and Velcro it shut as so, and then it's easier to transport and nice and tight and secure. So I'm going to just raise this back to a viewing position and retighten the ram mount. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you our camera bag. We do have camera bags available for purchase separately. As you can see, on top of the soft pack there's clips. All you have to do is simply clip the camera bag in. Actually, I made a mistake there. I want to get the strap above first, then clip my camera bag in, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my camera to the camera bag, but I'm going to make sure that the cord that plugs into the back of the RT goes through that same back flap that our wiring harness is hanging out of. So I'm going to go ahead and move this a little bit easier so you can see. Flip that up for now. I'm just going to go ahead and push this through with my slack. And then I'm going to open up the camera port in the back and plug my camera in securely so that now the camera is ready to go. Now I can simply put my excess cord in the camera bag and then put my camera in there, and then that will Velcro shut. And then if I wanted to carry it, lift it up, and the camera is right off the back. So now that I have it all set up, I'm going to go ahead and actually power the machine on. So to power the machine on, simply press the power button. It won't show up very good in the video, but when you do power the machine on, the power logo will actually have a slight light blue color to it when you power on. So I'm going to press the power button, go ahead, and the machine will be powering up. It'll take a few moments for it to start up, especially probably the first time you power the machine on. You'll see the RT-9 loading screen, and after that it's going to go to the lock screen, and you'll simply just have to swipe in any direction the unlock button to be able to unlock the screen and get to your main page. So we'll just wait another second. As you can see, all I have to do is unlock, swipe in any direction, and I have unlocked it. I have already had this RT-9 on, which is why I have apps already loaded on here. Your screen will be blank other than the RT-9 in gray letters in the background. So I'm going to remove these so I can show you how to add them. So on the main screen, this launch button with 6 dots in the circle, I go ahead and simply press that, and this brings up all my apps that are preloaded on the machine. The one that we really care about, the reason you guys all bought this machine, is the RT-9 app. So I can either launch the app from here by simply pressing it, or I can bring it to my home page so I can easily find it without having to go back to this page all the time. So I'm going to do that first. Just going to do a long press and hold. It's going to give me control, and I can drag and drop pretty much anywhere I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the Markham app in case I wanted to use a pan cam system with it, just to show you how to do that again. Another thing on the home page to be aware of is if your internal battery is charging, in the upper right hand corner there's a battery icon that will have a lightning bolt through it if it's charging. So if you're properly docked and your internal battery is charging, you're going to see that lightning bolt in the icon. Possible reasons it wouldn't be charging: the power pins are not connected to the power port on the back. It could be docked incorrectly. Another reason is if your external battery has anything less than 12 volts to it, it will not have the power to charge the internal battery. I'll show you in a moment, once we launch the RT-9 app, another spot to check to see if your internal battery is charging or not. But for now, I'm going to show you some settings. So you can swipe down from the upper right hand corner and you get a menu where you can control screen brightness. There's a settings menu. It'll let you know if you can have any wireless networks in range. It'll let you know their battery status, Bluetooth. There is Bluetooth on the Android tablet, but the Bluetooth functions are not enabled on the RT-9 as we don't have the hardware for it inside. So one of the main things to be concerned about with this is probably your screen brightness. It's going to definitely affect your battery life. So the brighter your screen is, it might make things pop and make it easier to see, but it's also going to affect your battery life. The brighter it is, the more battery it's going to use. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You can play with that and set that however you'd want. You can also go into the settings menu, and you have a wide variety of settings from sound settings, display, storage, battery, your apps, users, location access with GPS, security, backup reset, set your date and time, wireless networks, pretty much everything you'd need to be able to control the functions of the tablet. So now I'm going to go back to the main screen and I want to enter the Markham RT-9 app. So I'm going to simply press the app to launch it, and then I'm going to get a user license agreement first that you're going to want to agree to. So I click I agree and it'll load. Right now I have two panels open, so I'm going to go ahead and put them to nothing. You can simply select which panel you want by clicking either the number 1 like I just did there, and I'm going to go to none, and then now this is blank. The settings menu for the RT-9 app is in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to hit settings. I'm going to change the theme so things are a little bit easier to see. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go ahead and go to like a campfire theme. It's going to make me restart the application to be able to change the theme. So I'm going to click restart. It's going to relaunch it. I'm going to have to agree again, and then it'll come back, and as you can see, the theme changed. So the colors on the status bar and the fonts all changed. So I go back into my settings menu and everything is going to be a different color.